time. Well, the lesbian, bisexual, gay, transgender, and queer community has had a substantial role in helping shape our community. And unfortunately, the accomplishments of that community has not been as actively recognized as maybe it should be. But since 1995, there has been the Tri-Pride Community Awards, which was designed to recognize the accomplishments of the community. And here to tell us more, Sara Castleman, as you may know, is with the Sexual Assault Support Center of Waterloo Region, and joining her is Ryan Connell, who is one of the nominations committee member, but also a graduate of Conestoga. Welcome to the show, both of you. And let's get into the actual, maybe the history of the organization, and we'll get into the awards itself.
Well, as you said, Tri-Pride has existed in our community since 1995. And in 95 it was much smaller than it is now. I believe there was 86 people that came out to the Tri-Pride Festival in 95. And that's grown to thousands now. Close to 5,000 people come out for the festival. So part of that has always been, you know, addressing civil liberties and that kind of thing. And now we talk about, you know, queer families and recognizing them and really recognizing the individuals in our community that are part of the queer community.
And I think what's important about this organization is, at the very least, what it does, it institutes a discussion. And it's something that for some time has kind of eluded us. And the other thing that I find, as a result of that discussion and that recognition, the kind of ripple effect within the community and encouraging, especially youth, to become active members of the community, where otherwise they may not.
And that's what the Tri-Pride Community Awards are all about. We recognize outstanding individuals, outstanding youth, outstanding business, community builders. But what that does is actually make visible the queer community in our region. And youth have something to look up to and aspire to, and see that even though they are a member of the queer community, their lives can be everything that they had envisioned.
Well, and what I find is really fascinating is that we've talked a great deal on the show about the fact that we're finding this big youth movement that maybe the previous generations haven't had such kind of a passion and conviction when it comes to social issues. So when you combine the two, kind of the two mindsets or the two areas, I think remarkable gains can be made. And Ryan, as a nomination committee member, you have, I guess, the task of kind of selecting through the applications, or the submissions. How do you find that?
Well, it's not easy. I think there's already so many people that we've received as nominations that are really doing great things for our community. And so we're right now trying to get as many more in. Our deadline is this Friday, so we're trying to encourage as many more to submit nominations, because there are so many people who are making such a significant impact in our community, but they're unheralded heroes in a sense. And so it's really an opportunity for us to be able to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments being made to our community through these awards.
Now, in terms of categories, I mean, what sort of categories are being put forward?
Well, there's 4 categories. We have outstanding individual, outstanding youth, which ranges from 14 to 24, and Ryan can probably talk a little more about that one. Outstanding business, and then community builder, Robin's Nest Community Builder, which is like a nonprofit. But Ryan actually has some interesting work that he's been doing around encouraging youth to nominate one another and others to nominate youth. So
yeah, let's talk about that, because I think, again, we're in a fascinating time, so I'd love to hear what's happening.
Well, I think the biggest thing is right now the Waterloo Region District School Board is doing a phenomenal job at really trying to build more gay-straight alliances within high schools. And within those high schools, obviously there's going to be great leaders who are making a significant impact in those schools. So we're trying to really encourage that peers are able to help nominate and support peers who are making a difference in those schools and trying to get the word out. But even on the post-secondary level as well, too, we know that there's terrific accomplishments being made both at Conestoga College, but also at the universities, at Laurier and UW. And so there's so many students that are making such a positive impact in the community of Waterloo Region. So the Outstanding Youth Award really gives us an opportunity to celebrate and to recognize the accomplishments made by those individuals.
Now, and I mean, I'm going to ask kind of the obvious question. I mean, one of the things is that, I mean, this has been happening since 1995, and kind of the social evolution has been fairly, I mean, it's been fairly positive in terms of kind of the position of the queer community within Waterloo Region. Do you find that it is as polarized as it used to be in terms of the queer community and the straight community, or do you find that there's a greater level of cooperation and involvement?
I think there'd be a diversity of opinion on that. So yeah. I can say kind of where I'm coming from, and then Ryan also. I think certainly overall the queer community has come a long way. You know, in '95 we didn't have the legal right to marry, that kind of thing. So things have certainly evolved, and there are there's a lot of support in the community. Like social service agencies all have this poster up. They're all encouraging their staff to nominate, you know, people in their organizations or people that they're working with for awards. So that's really great. Although I think that we don't want to get to that place where we're saying, well, look how far we've come, let's just celebrate that and not talk about the work that still needs to be done. Because the reality is that homophobia and really oppression of gays and lesbians, it's still a huge issue.
Absolutely, and I think what's so great with the Tri-Pride Festival that happens in our region is that when you come to the festival, it's such a wide line of acceptance. It's given both from the queer community, but also those who are straight and are coming to the festival as well too. They really see this as a family-oriented event. They're able to bring their children to, and I think that's a really positive thing. That when we see children immersed in a culture of acceptance, we're able to then encourage them that when they get older, that this is just going to be something that's more normalized in our community.
And this is really about extending that mandate to ensure that we do get rid of kind of that layer of ignorance that still prevails. And this festival is an ideal opportunity because there is discussion, there's an opportunity to experience firsthand the accomplishments of the community and understand how truly beneficial the inclusion has been.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think that what's so important is that we provide more awareness and really challenge some of the assumptions that are made about the community as well too. I think once those assumptions are challenged, people are able to develop a greater sense of knowledge, they're able to better understand how to support the queer community, and then that's when they know how to show more respect.
So really, what we need to do now is we need to make sure people that have been, submissions are still, you can still submit up until Friday, so let's make sure that people get the information for submission, because if you know anybody that might be a potential candidate, please do become involved.
So all the information about what the awards is on the website, so www.try-pride.ca, and actually right from the website you just click on the link and you can nominate someone from there, and we're accepting applications or nominations until the end of the day Friday.
Well, we wish you continued success, and again, the actual award ceremony Saturday, June 4th. All right, so stay tuned, and again, congratulations to those people that are being considered, and continued success for the organization, because I think it's an essential organization within our community. All right, thank you. More daytime to come, so stay with us.